Welcome back. It's good to see you again, my little freaksters. My apologies if I have kept you waiting. I was busy stacking my empty milk sachets all night long. Anyway, today I will be demonstrating to you how to put these layers together to create a very aesthetically pleasing animation that you may use for edits or whatever else you'd prefer. First things first, we will open a new project in CapCut and add in a background image. I suggest a black background, which is what I will be using for this specific animation. Then, select Overlay and export each layer in. Please ensure you have them in the correct order. You may use this as a guide. Now, the secret to getting everything to move seamlessly is keyframes and graphs. I will demonstrate how to use them as we go. But first of all, we must set the length of the animation. It is completely up to you how long you want your video to be and what movements you choose in the end. Please make sure all your clips are the same length. Although, I'm sure you are not that dense if you have made it this far. The first layer we will be animating is the head. If you do not wish to animate the head, then please ignore this part and don't complain about waiting. This is on you. It is imperative to animate the head first using keyframes, as we can match the other layers to its movements later. Now, it is 100% up to you when and where you would like the head to move. For this example, I will only be making the head tilt slightly, just to make the subject appear more lifelike. Keyframes are simple once you get the hang of them. They are essentially just pinpoints for movements. Watch closely as I animate the head to tilt using the keyframes. It should look something like this. I trust that you aren't feeling too lost, as this is quite simple. Now, to make the movement flow in the way we want, we can go ahead and select this layer, placing the cursor between the keyframes. Select Graphs. This button should be next to the keyframe button, and you may choose or create any pace of movement you'd like. Now that we have our head animated, we can go ahead and move on to the hair. For the hair, you may use whatever movement effect you'd like. However, I like to use Rippling 2 from the distortion section. This is a CapCut Pro effect, but you may use Rippling 1 as it gives almost the same effect. Okay, I know it looks a little crazy right now, but please trust the process again. The hair will be very flowy, so we will need to adjust its levels. It is again up to you how you would prefer it to be. I personally like to have minimal flow. Once these levels are adjusted, we can go ahead and use keyframes to match the hair to the head's movements. This can get a little tricky, so please feel free to use what I am doing as a guide. Now that we have our hair adjusted to preference, we can go ahead and progress onto the eyes. This part may prove quite difficult. Actually, excuse me for this, but I am really craving some shortcake. Light.
Yeah, what do you want?
Can you please take over for me, Light? I am too hungry to proceed.
Damn it, Ryuzaki, what is this shit? I don't know how to do any of this crap. How am I supposed to take over?
Please, Light, don't act as if you aren't entirely capable of this.
Fine. So I guess you just, take this and... No, you know what? I'm not doing this crap for him anymore. He can stick it up his ass.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, I should have known this would happen. I'm sorry about him. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. Shall we proceed? All right. Where was I? Oh yes, the eyes. This is the final layer we need to animate before we can export it and add effects in our editor video. Now it is best you just watch rather than have me explain in great detail how to do this. You will need to pull the eye layer down to create a blinking effect. If you watch closely, you will understand what I mean. After some expected trial and error, you will be left with something like this. I suggest using graphs once again to manufacture a smoother looking blinking animation. You may also do whatever else you like with the eyes, moving them up or to the sides to create the effect that your subject is looking around. It is your project after all. I am just here as a friendly guide so you can expand your creative skill set. Now finally, adjust anything else you feel necessary before exporting your animation to your camera roll. You now have free rein to add this into your edit and attach effects and movements over the animation for your desired product. Additionally, if you choose to add a background, you can select the Remove Background option to your black background, and your animation should be cut out perfectly. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful enough for you to be able to try this on your own. Again, I am sorry about Light Yagami. He can be a real pain.
What? I'm the pain?
Nonetheless,
Seriously?
it was an absolute pleasure creating this tutorial for you all, and I hope to see you again in the future. Now, I can finish my delicious cake in peace. Freaky L out.
Why the hell did you just call yourself Freaky L?
Light, I'd prefer you not to question my methods.
God, you're so weird.